Okay, we'll get started. We're joined on the dais by ECU head coach Nicole Mealing and student athlete Salita Green. Coach, if you could make an opening statement, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Survive in advance, that's what it's about right now, and I think we came out and we played with the energy that we needed to win this game. Shots wasn't falling like we wanted them to, but our defense was there. We played tough defense for 45 minutes because of the overtime, and just so proud of them, their effort. I'm so proud of what they did today.
Questions?
Salita, having played SMU literally 4 days ago, what was your game plan what was Coach's game plan heading into this, and what did you learn about the Mustangs?
Well, they say it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, and we knew that they probably felt like, okay, 3 times the charm, they're going to come and beat us. So we had to come out with the most energy, the most effort, and know that we weren't going to go home today.
Yeah, for Coach, there was a couple plays at the end of regulation where you lost the shot clock violation and the ball rolling off the rim. How much resilience, though, did your team show to overcome those breaks that went against you?
We've been resilient all year long, though, not just today. And, we showed a lot of resilience with that, with those plays down the stretch. And, we just knew that we wanted to come out with a win and play UConn tomorrow. So, like I said before, it's all about surviving in advance and at this time.
Coach, you mentioned you played tough defense, and obviously you had, I believe, 5 steals in the first half alone. How big were some of those points off transitions, though, and really kind of your defense leans to your offense?
Really big for us because that's where we get our momentum from. We like turning teams over and then getting out in transition and scoring at the rim in transition, and that gets us set into our press defense, and we keep it rolling from there.
Coach, what did you say to your team in the huddle after SMU hit the shot to send it into overtime?
I told them to keep their heads up and keep fighting. We got this. Have zero doubt.
Coach, in the last possession in regulation time, was the plan to run a play there or just call the timeout when you did?
Said it,
On the last possession in regulation, you ran the clock down. Was the plan to run a play there?
No, I wanted to call the timeout right there so we can set something up. And we got the look that we wanted going into the last seconds of the game. We got the look we wanted with Monk coming off that ball screen at the top, getting to the rim.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll get started. Joined on the dais by SMU head coach Travis Mays and student athlete Paige Bayless. Coach, if you want to make an opening statement, and then we'll take questions for you and Paige.
Well, first I would like to say congratulations to ECU to play a team 3 times, 2 consecutive games. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought battle, and I thought we fought hard. I thought they fought hard. Gave them a great run, got it in overtime, and felt really good about our chances. The unfortunate thing for SMU is they made a few plays in the end, a few more than we made, and they get to move on, and I get to continue to try and console my young bunch in the locker room.
Questions?
Paige, your team ended the third on a 10-0 run. Obviously hit a big 3 to bring it to overtime. What was that energy like heading into that final overtime period?
Into overtime? It was exciting because obviously we started off rough in the first half, but just to come back and trust the game plan, like just trust our disciplines, and just to know that we had it, like we have all the pieces in place. We just had to all work and all trust each other, trust coach, and trust the game plan.
For Coach, was the pace of the game where you wanted it to be in the shot selection, what you were hoping to get?
No, I think the pace of the game favored ECU. We wanted to try to control it a little bit better, but I think we wanted to win the game so bad, and to have a young bunch that's never – we got 7 freshmen that never played in a conference tournament and some sophomores. I think they were really, really anxious, so it made them speed up, and I think that pace that we played at it favored ECU.
And Coach, going off what you said about having such a young roster, how have they stepped up to the challenge this year, and how can an experience in overtime game and playoffs like this help the team build next year?
Well, I'll say this, and it's not something that I would if I was writing the script that I would write it. This team has fought hard all year long. They gave me every ounce of energy and effort that they can possibly give me. They didn't fail what they did. They just don't have the experience. And I tried to pour everything that I've had in my bucket into them, but they have to go through it. So they were ready for an overtime game. They faced so many games like this throughout the season. And the unfortunate thing for Paige is they fell short many times more than coming out on top. And you, as a coach, you just have to hope that is something that they learn from and continue to get better.
Paige, if you would, maybe touch on the development of this team this year over the course of the year.
Oh, it's been incredible. Like, just recently, like, we've come so far. We don't even know how far we've come, and it's starting to show off, especially coming into conference tournament. Like, we went 3 out of 4 games with wins, so we have worked so hard, and we're starting to trust and understand what coach is teaching us, and just it's coming along great, and I can't wait for next year. Well, my next 3 years here, so.
Coach, maybe just talk about the young lady next to you and her development this year, and what the kind of game that she had today and what that means for the future.
Well, I think the last 3 games we've been talking about that quite consistently, the development. Paige has been consistent all year long with her work ethic, and the results had never shown. And she was not rewarded with the playing time either, but she never wavered. She never showed any bad body language. She's always been a great teammate. And to me, that's special. When I see that, I think that gives Paige an opportunity to be a very, very special player because she can be the foundation that changes the culture of a program, because it starts in the locker room with a positive attitude and a work ethic, and also the understanding of what team means and consistently working every day.
And Paige, obviously playing ECU the 3rd time this year. You literally played them 4 days ago. You got a lot of work done in the second half down low. Were you able to exploit some kind of weaknesses that you learned playing them in the past this season? Or?
I mean, yeah, definitely. We learned I especially discovered their weakness in the paint, like, last game? Yeah, last game. So, really, I struggled in the first half because obviously they counted my work, but coming out in the second half, I knew where the weaknesses were and I knew where we had to attack. So we all knew that we went to work, and, yeah, so it really did help knowing the game game plan because it's the same thing. We've had the same game plan for the past 2 days.
Any other questions? Thank you.
You're welcome. Good job, Paige. Well,
Take
darling.
care. Yep. We'll
See you soon.
Yep.
All right.
Good to see you.
You as well.
See you, Travis.
I'll keep Travis.
Do you want to take them back? Yes, sure.